Cato had the idea, I think it's a great one, to do a little bye week breakdown for where you're at right now in Knoxville. A couple of different things to unpack here with Tennessee. As of right now, there's not that exciting win to point to that you had a year ago with the Oklahoma win. Because you beat Oklahoma and we're all like, hey, this team could go do something. Now, hey, this team kind of announced themselves to the college football world. You don't have that in the win-loss column, but I think most Tennessee fans would tell you they like this product of Tennessee football team, feel better about this kind of Tennessee football team than what you had a year ago this time with Nico playing quarterback for you. So there's that. Plus there's the fact that the defense in and of itself, not great so far. That's my question with them. But there's also, I think, a lot to be said for how banged up they've been to this point. So the bye week, if you're Tennessee, this is the point where you get right. And if it's me, the confidence that you can have in this team, as much as I question what they are down the stretch, they will be the determining factor along with Joey Aguilar's decision-making as to what they accomplished this year. But it's still Tim Banks, who I think has proven what he is as a DC, one of the better defensive coordinators in the country. They're going to get healthier during the bye week. Okay, we love that. The offense also, with what they are down the field and just overall point output, they should help offset some things that you've lost on the defensive side when it comes to a couple of NFL players on that side of the football. So you look to the rest of the schedule, man, it's pretty workable. Like Arkansas, at Bama, at Kentucky, Oklahoma, then New Mexico State, at Florida, and Vanderbilt. To me, if you can split Bama, Oklahoma, and then lock in the way you need to lock in against teams that, quite frankly, you should beat in a game at Florida. I know you haven't won at Florida in a while. This is the year. And then a game against Vanderbilt. 10-2 gets you in the playoff. Last year serving as a great sample size for that. This team is capable of that, but again, goes back to can your defense, one, get healthy enough and play well enough together to get it done, and then can Joey Aguilar continue to progress and not have a turnover or two that end up hurting you in those crucial spots. So it's the bye week for you. I want to break this down with Caden Smith, but I understand a lot of you Tennessee fans are maybe not quite as dialed in with your Vols not playing this weekend. That's okay. Maybe you're getting out doing some yard work, out there kind of getting the honey to-do list all sorted out with your week off. Brunt is making sure that you do that at the highest level possible. I want to show you what they sent me, okay? Some Omen boots from the folks over at Brunt. Check these out. Now, me personally, I'm right there with y'all. Like I said it before. I'm now a father, going on 10 months being a dad. Thank you so much. Being a dad means I got to show up in the yard a little bit here. Haven't done that yet, but right around the corner now, that's going to happen. And Brunt is making sure I have the tools with these Omen boots to get it done. Nice part about these, as someone who's newer to the boot game, they're not the heavy-duty, clunky, uncomfortable boots. They're comfortable while also providing the right amount of durability to get the job done. All right, so hear me clearly. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting quarters. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up, so they built something better, boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. Crucial now, hear this. For a limited time, our viewers, our listeners, you get $10 off at Brunt, where when you use code HARDCOUNT at checkout, you go ahead and put in that code at checkout, you get yourself $10 off over at Brunt. So just head to bruntworkwear.com, use the code HARDCOUNT, and you're good to go. After you order, they'll ask you what you heard about Brunt, that is, and make sure you tell them it was from the Hard Count. Appreciate y'all making this show what it is. Appreciate Brunt helping us all get out and about during our bye weeks and during our honey to-do list season. So big shout out to Brunt. Cato, I'll speak into the mic here. Cato, this is a curious spot for Tennessee to be in because you have a loss. You have some games you could lose the rest of the way. But just what I said, I feel a lot better about this version of Tennessee than last year's version of Tennessee. You concur?
Yeah, it's very fascinating. They're a fascinating squad this year, JD. I think we've learned very quickly during Josh Heupel's tenure in Knoxville that he's just going to find a way to win. And I think, like, as a fan, it's just about how you feel and how you prefer it. Like, do you want the high-flying offense with the aerial passing attack? Do you want the defense to lead you to wins? Do you want the run game to be the best in the conference? Like, they're just finding ways to win, last week being a prime example. And I'm just mainly focused and excited about if their defense can complement their offense, because that wasn't the case last weekend. But their offense, I mean, it's putting up crazy numbers relative to the rest of the SEC. And if their defense can match that, you'd feel a lot better about them playing against Alabama, which that's destined to be a shootout, it feels like right now. And it's going to be an awesome game to watch those quarterbacks duel it out. We'll see how John Mateer is when he comes back. And then you mentioned that game against Vanderbilt to close the year. So they really have a 3-game season. I think the question is, can Josh Heupel do what he does and find a way to only lose one more game? Because I think everyone thinks right now 9 wins, 10 wins rather, is kind of that fringe for the playoff of your SEC team. So looking forward to seeing it for sure. And I think this bye week is going to be huge for them.
And stats by Keto, you sent me this before the show. I want to read these off. Tennessee's numbers are a bit jarring when you look at what they are relative to the rest of the SEC. They have the SEC's leading passer. All right, they have the SEC's leading receiver in yards and touchdowns, and Chris Brazzell. They have the leading scoring offense in 51 points a game, leading passing offense in 337 yards per game. They also have Arian Carter, who's leading the SEC in tackles, and their defense is leading the SEC in sacks with 20.
Insane.
It's nuts, and it's more nuts because they've played Georgia.
Yeah.
It's not like they've just played a couple of cupcakes here, and it's like, oh, wow, good for them. It's like, yeah, they played some cupcakes. They also played Georgia, who's the big dog in college football over the course of the last 5 years. Impressive.
I just knew it. Like, for the offense at least, like, you just look every year, they either lead the conference in passing or rushing. Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, whichever one is their strength, they're going to lean into it. With the offense with Joey Aguilar, he's fully comfortable in that scheme. Chris Brazzell, you're bringing the best out of a guy who's 6'5" and just gets after it. Like, the vertical passing attack is back. This offense looks more so like the Hendon Hooker years than the Joe Miltons or the Nico years. Can you have the defense to complement it? Because that's when I think Tennessee takes it to the next level. I feel like last year people thought if this defense and Dylan Sampson were on those Hendon Hooker teams, like, that would be the year where Tennessee can really make a run at that natty. Like, this year, it's the same thing. If that defense can complement the offense, I think that's trouble for anyone on their schedule, even in Alabama, even in Oklahoma. So they're doing numbers right now. It's impressive doing that, especially against with a Georgia on your schedule, like you mentioned, and doing what they do to everyone offensively. But can they get some defensive guys healthy? Can they add some extra wrinkles to the offense? This bye week's going to be huge for them as far as getting to their full potential to finish out the year strong.
So when it comes to the way the offense looks, I think you made a really good point about it's very 2022-ish in the way they can now call the offense with Joey Aguilar. And I don't want to dunk on the guy anymore because I think it's been just a thing that's been beaten to the ground. But if Joey Aguilar is not the quarterback of this offense this year, they might have 2 losses, Cato. Like, I don't know if they're going to go score for score with Mississippi State. I genuinely think they might have lost that game if they don't have him in the fold there. And the defense, too, as the numbers are, I know Tennessee fans are saying this, the game against Mississippi State, bad against the run for sure, but also like created 2 touchdowns on the defensive side. Got dealt a lot of short fields on the defensive side. So maybe it's not quite as bad as it looks in that game, but I'm with you, man. If the defense can be a little bit closer to what they were last year, like, this team's going to be a wagon in the college football playoff if and when they get there.